Hello, my name is Dante Renee, and welcome to the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more. Like tonight's film, this is 1976's A Saint, a Woman, a Devil. The R-rated cut of this, I believe, was called Sylvia. Yes, I believe it's better known as Sylvia, and I believe that was an R-rated cut, but we are looking at the full 108-minute X-rated full cut of the film. The R-rated cut, I believe, called Sylvia, was 89 minutes, and this is 108 minutes. It says here on the back, Joanna Fields, star of A Saint, a Woman, a Devil, has since completion of this film been institutionalized, claims her involvement in the role is a causative factor. Look at that artwork. And then we even have on the bottom here, wanted. It says, Joanna Fields, escapee from New York State Hospital for the Mentally Disturbed. In blazing color, adults only. More sexually disturbed than Sybil. More faces than the 3 faces of Eve. Adults only. What a phrase. You know? When you could finally become an adult. You know what I'm saying? Remember, like, you're like, I want to be older when you're younger. I want to be older. And then you finally get older and you're like, now I can watch A Saint, a Woman, and a Devil. That's all that really matters. There's nothing else to do when you're 18, but start to watch this. Now, you're going to see my eyes divert because I did take notes. So let's get into this absolutely groundbreaking XXX hardcore golden age film from New York, I believe. There is definitely a difference between New York films and LA, San Francisco, Vice Squad films. There's definitely a difference between those two types of hardcore films when you see the West Coast and the East Coast, without a doubt, but not just for hardcore, also for horror. So what do we have here? Schizophrenia versus dissociative personality versus satanic possession. Aren't these the hot topics of our times? I mean, if you think about it, right? Back in the day, was schizophrenia just looked at as demonic possession? And then today, is everything just schizophrenia? But we still don't even know what the hell that even is and what causes it and how it happens or anything else. And multiple personality disorders and really all that stuff really kind of fights against each other in philosophy and even in theology and even in psychology, right? In the medical community, in the alternative medical community, in the churches, right? What is it? There are certain guys in this film, by the way, certain men who have the weirdest voices, and they're almost hard to understand. I just have to say that off the bat there. One guy in particular, at first I thought he was joking. What the hell's going on? Exactly. Multiple characters within the same person, almost like that film, Session 9. Which is, Session 9 is a great film to bring up because it's mysterious. It's like, is this just psychological? Or is there something supernatural? Is it psychological? Or is it, something beyond comprehension? Something unknown? That's not really going into in this film in that particular way of Session 9, of course. But still, a similar theme. I love Session 9. Music is constantly on in this film. From slow 70s pop type songs, which are really good with words, to playful jazzy porno type songs, to this blazing ass psychedelic fuzzy rock song that's played during an orgy scene. Freaking amazing. This movie is wall to wall music. Okay? It's wall to wall music. Sexuality. Religion, specifically Catholicism. Shots of sculptures and pictures in the edit, art in the edit. Sometimes in the edit, right edited within a sex scene. Weird science fiction type sounds in the film. No, that's like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. That's not the sound, but choppy edits to signify transformation into a new person. It really, the style that they utilize in this film to show the multiple characters within a person, within one person. You almost have to ask yourself, is everybody else seeing what we're seeing? Or is it a symbolic representation just for the viewer of the film? We even have projected imagery to signal transformation into a new person. Whoa. We have a scene in here of a woman sexually assaulting a virgin guy who's about to become a priest. What a scene. What a scene. When you watch it, do you think it's hot? Do you then question if you have issues? The heredity of mental illness or evil. They say addiction is hereditary. How so? Right? Is it experiential or is it innate? They say that evil, religious people say evil can be hereditary, right? The sins of the fathers passed down. We have child abuse in this film, which is rather shocking and disturbing. Fingernail torture, verbal torture, both of a child. And there's a real child in this film representing the child abuse. So right off the bat, having a child actor in a scene completely removed from all the sex, but still, that's pretty wild. You would never see that today. What the fuck, right? I mean, it's like, oh, this is a real movie, I guess. Or everybody's insane, right? Either way. Yeah. Awesome. So, but very disturbing, very dark representations of child abuse in this film. But I will tell you that the child actor is amazing, but I will also tell you the way that they show people getting hit in here is very safe. The way that they try to hit people, that's like the reversing or speeding up the camera frame, like when they're hitting the kid in the face and stuff like that, makes everybody safe. Like Lloyd Kaufman wants safety on the film sets. It makes everybody safe, but it also just looks totally bizarre, and it adds to the film charm. We have a creepy child doll connection in this film, almost supernatural-like. Yes, there's creepy doll movement in this film, possibly telekinetic. How our parents can impact our entire lives, mentally and even spiritually. Here's a question. Can our parents impact our sexuality? The role of repression in our lives. Repression. You hear about these serial killers like Ed Gein, whatever. Oh, he became that because he was so repressed. Psychology versus spirituality. I already mentioned that. Here's something sexually. Lots of eating guys' butts. By the lead girl in this film. I have to tell you, never seen so much male butt eating by a girl in a film before. Typically, it's girl. You don't even see that much seeing girls' butts getting eaten. But wowzers, pretty wild stuff. The guys are having a great time in here. The lead girl was said to have been a nutcase in real life, and I don't know if she's ever done anything else. And they said that her insanity bled into the role. Well, let me tell you something. If it did, regardless, amazing actor, and yes, unbelievable nutcase. Okay? William Lustig the director of Maniac, was the assistant director on the film. The director of this film was the co-writer of Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull. Yeah, how about that? The sex scenes in this film are very hot, with the lead girl, oral being done on her giving oral. As a matter of fact, let me tell you something. Oh, her body's amazing. Love it. All natural, boobies, everything. But let me tell you something. One of the things that's so special here is the fact that there is a mutual exchange of pleasure given to her and to the guys. It's not just to the guys in this film. It's almost like that film I looked at on this YouTube page all night long. It's given mutually to both of them. Really cool. But the sex scenes are really hot. We also have crazy hypnosis in here. We have disturbing chaos and screaming and close-ups on eyes. Yes, disturbing chaos. At one point in the film, we have narration that comes out of nowhere, like you're watching an educational video on a projector in your school classroom in elementary school. We have an amazing orgy party that is so natural and dirty and grimy and beautiful at the same time. We have an extremely disturbing, out of nowhere sexual assault of a girl at the orgy party. The acting was out of control, and it was so disturbing, I cannot even tell you. I mean, might have rivaled I Spit on Your Grave. This movie feels like cinematic mental illness. We got drug addiction junkies in here. Well, we got lesbian scenes. We got 2 guys, 1 girl, which was a pretty awkward, weird, interesting sex scene. We have a murder attempt in here. We have a street fight in a doctor's office in here. We have a shrink who cares, who really, really cares. How about the themes of memories versus impulses? The connection between memories and impulses. How does mental illness impact self-image? Totally insane genre shifts and drama for a hardcore XXX Golden Age film. This lead girl in here, who I don't think ever did anything else, she's wanted right here. That girl, she's electric. Wait, she might be a nutcase. She might have been a nutcase in real life, as William Lustig and the other crew members said. She's electric, and she's hot.